Hi guys, welcome back to another Hugh Jeffreys video. In this video, we're going to be looking at Apple's first laptop, the Macintosh Portable from 1989. This laptop sold for $7,300 in 1989. That adjusted for inflation is over $15,000 or almost 21,000 Australian dollars in today's currency. This behemoth weighs 7.2 kilos and is 10 centimeters thick. That by no means is portable compared to a modern laptop. Here is what it looks like next to the 2014 MacBook Air. At least it came with a Macintosh Portable branded carrying case and a carrying handle to lug it around, although I wouldn't trust the plastic carry handle after 30 years. The handle also doubles as the display's latch. The trackball can be replaced with a number pad or be placed to the right of the keyboard if desired, thanks to its modular design. The Portable is equipped with a 25cm active matrix display, which is regarded as the best LCD screen at the time with less ghosting than other LCDs. The screen was larger than the Macintosh SE, but significantly smaller than more modern Apple laptops. As you could expect, this laptop didn't sell very well and was discontinued in 1991. It was regarded as totally awful and one of the worst tech products of all time by journalists at Time and PC World. But that didn't stop me from buying one. Almost 32 years on, these laptops are very rare. I imported this one from the US. I paid a total of $520 USD or 700 Australian for the Macintosh Portable and an iBook G3 clamshell. I got these from my mate John, who has sold me quite a lot over the last year or so. He buys hundreds and thousands of devices from recyclers, including a few Macintosh Portables. He threw in an iPhone 7 as well. This one's iCloud locked, so I can use it for parts for something down the line. I will unbox the iBook G3 clamshell, but won't be covering it in this video. It doesn't fully work, so there may be a video on this in the future. As for the Portable, it came with its original carrying case, and everything was really neatly wrapped, which is important as the plastic on these machines is quite brittle. The included carrying bag is Macintosh Portable branded with the rainbow Apple logo on the front. Inside is a few compartments for storing floppy disks, a charger, mouse, and any other accessories. I did find a couple of broken off plastic pieces inside the bag, although that's actually from another Macintosh Portable which John was originally going to send me. As he was having troubles with it, he sent me this one which was in better condition. Opening it up, you can see just how stiff the hinge is. Pressing on any key, the device doesn't light up. I connected a charger and tried again. These devices don't have a power button, so the way to turn them on is by pressing any key on the keyboard. After letting the device charge up, I got some life out of it, although it was greeted with a lot of lines. After restarting the device a number of times, I was able to boot up into the operating system. Being the original model of the Portable, it doesn't have a backlit screen or any color capabilities. Upon trying to navigate into About the Finder, the Mac crashed and rebooted to a sad Mac icon. Overall, this laptop is very temperamental, which for the most part is likely due to the age of some of its components. The hard disk will spin up and down repetitively for a few minutes. Eventually, it will engage and the system will continue to boot. I'm not sure whether this is a power issue or just the hard drive itself is worn out. I find it quite interesting that even after restarting the computer, it seems to know exactly where I left off and tries to resume as best it can. I was able to navigate into About the Finder, and you can see it's got 2 MB of RAM and is running System 6. The 40 MB hard drive doesn't contain much other than a few applications like Adobe Illustrator, Mac Draw, PageMaker, and FileMaker. Outside the Applications folder is a copy of Microsoft Word and Excel from 1989. Navigating into the Utilities folder, there's lots of things inside, most of which look like hard drive utilities and virus protection. I did type up a little document in Microsoft Word, and I have to say this keyboard feels amazing to type on. This is such an early laptop that Microsoft Word doesn't recognize the word laptop in its spell check. Although the fun didn't last long before the Macintosh crashed once again. I decided to open it up so we could have a look on the inside and remove the RAM card to see if that improves the system. The back panel removes easily by pressing 2 plastic tabs. In fact, the whole laptop is constructed with plastic tabs. Definitely useful back in its day, but very daunting after 32 years as of how brittle the plastic has become. Inside you can see the floppy drive and full-sized mechanical hard drive. I'm going to remove our lead acid battery. This one's been rebuilt by someone and it's feeling a little sticky, so I'm going to look into that later in the video. We'll also remove the RAM expansion card from the machine. Inside you can see other expansion slots for modems and other accessories. There seems to be some kind of goo on this card, but it is an original Apple Computer branded card from 1989. This double-sided board with all of these chips adds up to a whopping 1 megabyte of RAM. The portable has 1 megabyte of RAM built in, and with an expansion card you can expand it all the way to 9 megabytes using an 8 meg expansion card. Just to give you a size comparison, here's a 400 gig micro SD card and even a regular laptop SODIMM from a modern laptop. I will reinstall the battery and test out the laptop to see if it's any more reliable than it was before. I was immediately greeted with a sad Mac icon. Luckily, there are 2 buttons on the side, one for reset and one for interrupt, which are basically just 2 reset switches, and using those I could reboot the system and get back into an operating system. It took a few goes and the hard drive had to spin up and down a few times, but we got there in the end. And you can see we're now running on just 1 megabyte of RAM. I left it to sit on the desktop, but shortly after, it did crash once again. So it doesn't look like it's a RAM issue. I may need to reinstall the operating system. Maybe the hard drive is dying. I'm not really sure. But I don't have any floppies to reinstall the operating system. But after a restart, we're back in action. So I might as well reinstall that 1 megabyte card to bring the total back to 2 megabytes. Along with the main battery is a 9 volt. This is used to store the contents of memory and things like date and time. This also allows you to swap out the main battery while in sleep mode and wake up the system immediately with the new battery installed. I wish my computer could do that. After reinstalling the RAM card, I can put the 9 volt back in as well as the main battery cell. Using a microfiber cloth, I gave the inside a quick dust out before reinstalling the back panel. As I've been running this laptop on the battery the entire time I've been filming, it's now running low, and you can see this interesting little logo up in the Apple menu. Navigating to the battery section, this is how you can check the current charge of the battery. So I left it on charge the whole day. I came back to find out that it actually lost charge and the Macintosh would enter sleep. After this, I wasn't able to get it to fully boot up again. You can hear the hard drive trying to spin up, but in shorter bursts than before. So maybe the hard drive isn't faulty, but just not getting enough power. So here is our battery. It's 3D printed and looking a little bit sketchy. We're going to open it up to see whether this guy has DIY'd himself his own lead acid battery, or he's just stuck another battery inside of a casing. This took quite a bit of prying as it was glued down quite well. You can actually see the outline of the glue on the green lid. Using some cards, I was able to slice through it and finally open up the insides of this battery. Sure enough, my predictions were right. It's just another lead acid battery inside of a casing to make it fit better. This is a 6 volt 4.5 amp battery, and a replacement one can be found for $11 excluding postage, so replacing this won't be too difficult. Like I mentioned before, the casing of this 3D printed battery was sticky. I wanted to see if that was coming from the lead acid battery inside. While I couldn't see any liquid, the battery was indeed sticky. I'm not an expert on batteries, but this one might not be suited to this kind of application, so I'm going to have to look into making a better one myself. As we can't power the laptop without a battery, this is as far as we can go. So this is it, the 1989 Macintosh Portable. A computer so unreliable it's got 2 reset switches. However, the bigger issue is that it won't work without a charged battery. So until I retrofit another battery or can get my current one to charge, I can't turn it back on again. The lines that appear on the screen when it powers on are likely caused by failing capacitors, so the board likely needs to be recapped at some stage. So it's needing a bit of work, but I'm happy to finally have one, even if it constantly crashes. Yet again, this may be due to the hard drive, but you can convert them to SD cards if the hard drive fails. And on that note, this has been a Hugh Jeffreys video. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button and consider checking out the computers playlist for more videos just like this one. And if you're looking for any tips or what tools I use to repair devices, be sure to check out my website, link for which is down the description. That's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.